What's up? Got another small something.
Good morning, everybody.
Change.
Good morning. Thanks for tapping into the GLE TV show, Pipeline News. Let's go ahead, let's subscribe, let's get them likes up, let's comment. Today, y'all already know I brought him to the table, brought him to the panel. One of my brothers, one of my favorite entrepreneurs of all time. Y'all sleeping on JT. JT, let them know who you is.
Hey, how y'all doing? God bless, God bless. Happy to be here, showing love, getting it all together. I'm here, man. I got my children. Let me see you walking out of the room. Let me, I'm a father. Let me represent that side of me.
Most definitely.
I'm a father. I'm a husband. I love my wife and my children. I've been in the rap game since the 90s. 92 to be specific. Get Low Records, my first record company I started. So that's how I got in the game, doing my own thing, making my own beats, putting up the money for my stuff. I had some help in the beginning. So shout out to my big cousin and them believing in me, putting them few thousand behind me to get started, and then I just never stopped. I'm 47, and I started when I was 14.
Now, JT. Now everybody want to know. JT, everybody want to know exactly what year was it that you signed the deal with Priority Records?
1995.
Okay, now in 95, was you and Master P on the same level, on the same label, or you introduced him to the label game, the business, how we go with the labels? Because that's where a lot of people keep getting confused at with the whole you and Master P situation.
Me and Master P started in 94 as what I did for him was in 94. And all I did was taught him and got his buzz up. No artist was working with Master P. I'm the first artist to work with Master P outside of EA Ski and K. Lou. But as far as a popping name in 94, it was JT Bigga Figga.
Facts.
And I produced a few tracks. I produced a few tracks on his project, Ghetto Trying to Kill Me. He got his album cover did where I did my album cover at with Funky Fat Graphics. I showed him how to do whatever your future albums come with. I taught him how to put the albums on the inside of the cover before they come out. So it was advertising for the new project before it came out through the project that you released. That's something that I started. I put out 10 albums in 1994. So nobody released more music than me as an individual or a label, an independent label. I put out more artists. I produced all the music. So that non-stop dropping product, that's what I taught Master P.
Okay.
And in 95, the labels came, Atlantic Records, a bunch of labels came to sign us, to sign whoever was hot. RBL Posse, JT the Bigga Figga, Brother Lynch, and I just went with Priority Records for distribution only. I didn't want to sign as a rapper, and Master P followed in my blueprints and came to the same label, Priority Records. So he had earned his way in 94 also by dropping West Coast Bad Boys, and he dropped his solo project. What else he did with King George and MTRU?
Right, I remember that. But JT, one of my, and this is a fan mail question, JT. People in California for some reason keep saying that Master P paid you to rob Tupac. Can you speak on that, my brother?
Man, I didn't even know Master P in 1991. So that's first and foremost.
Okay.
1991, Richie Rich from Oakland made a song, and it's a song called Taxi. No, matter of fact, let me see. No, hold on. Let me get it right. It was on the Governor, the Gov from Oakland.
Okay.
Yeah, Gov put his EP out. His EP he put out called The Governor Taxing, and he had a song on there with Richie Rich and Tupac. And Richie Rich had put in the song, I got some broke ass Fillmore niggas trying to rob me for my gold tones because his grandmother did.
Listen, I YouTubed that song. I seen it. I heard that song when he did it. I just listened to that last week.
Yeah. Yeah, and it wasn't. We didn't have beef with Tupac. It was Fillmore niggas that was on Richie Rich. We was on Richie Rich, and Gov just happened to be there, and it was his song, so he had to deal with it. And Tupac happened to be there, so shit, it just turned out that we whooped them niggas. That's it.
Okay.
And then he got his shit took. I didn't rob him like I just tried to.
Right, because you know how the streets be talking. Right, you know how the streets be talking. They just putting their little spin on it. I'm like, nah, that don't even sound right. Like. That was in 91. I said JT. Right.
Every rapper that came to Frisco, if we didn't like them niggas, we beat them niggas up. Period.
True.
And it was a lot of jealousy. It was just that niggas was shining and shit. We was just regular street niggas. You know what I mean? We wasn't into rapping and shit just yet. Then in 92, that's when I started looking at the rap game.
Let's get them lights up. Let's get them lights up.
When I did in 91, it was already too late. And, you know, same thing with Mac Dre. Shit.
Rest in peace, Mac Dre. JT, I didn't know how powerful Mac Dre was until about 2007. He was a legend. A lot of people still don't know his legacy and where he's from.
Let me tell you this though, when Mac Dre got out of jail, I'm the first person he saw. Out of every rap nigga, street nigga, I'm the first person he saw, and I taught Mac Dre how to drop compilation projects. And the first project he put out was called The Rompilation, and me and him on the song, and I produced the song, and I taught him how to do multiple projects. That's why Mac Dre started dropping all them projects back to back to back to back. I taught him that when he got out of jail.
Okay.
They can't cut me out of history.
They can't.
And then Mac Dre, though, the cold part about it, when he died, that's when he went to legendary status, even though he was legendary already. It's just the fact of, you know, you get more legendary. The radio wasn't playing him till he died.
Right. Now, JT, I'm glad you brought that up. Because here's my thing. What is it with our people that we don't want to give people their flowers until they dead? They did it with Nip Hussle. They did it with Mo 3. I mean, all these celebrities, these rappers, they don't get their shine until they gone. Why do you think that is?
Well, it got something to do with the same thing why we love Jesus so much.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody didn't love Jesus while he was here.
Yeah.
But when he died, everybody started loving him. So you could trace it right back to that.
True.
You know what I mean? You could trace it back. We love you when you did.
Yeah.
Then we acknowledge you. They was making R.I.P. JT the Bigga Figga shirts when I was in the hospital. When they put the word out, I killed. But I wasn't dead. I was in the hospital.
Right. That's crazy to me with people, you know? Now, JT, for these rappers, a lot of these up-and-coming rappers, we see them getting these whole 360 deals and blowing through their money, and then you see them back on the block. What advice can you give to the up-and-coming artists who signing these deals and don't know how to get out, or other ways on putting their money in better place as far as investments? What some words of advice do you have for some of these young brothers and some of these young artists that's going in and don't have a clue of what's going on behind the scenes with the spreadsheets and the money?
Well, first of all, if you a young nigga in this rap game, let's say 18, 17, 19, 21, and you ain't got no money already, if you coming from money, you can take your time. Mm-hmm. But if you a young nigga in the game, or even if you in your 20s or 30s, and don't have your money right, it's hard for you to say, I'm turning down the deal. And your buzz is up.
Yeah.
You know you could die any day still being in the hood. Mm-hmm. You know, you could go to jail, fucking around, doing that black man shit, the hood shit.
Yeah.
So therefore, when the first opportunity comes for 50,000, 100,000, 200,000, that's something that a person got to look at and say, man, you know, of course you should do due diligence. I'm not saying go into nothing ignorant, but when the deal come your way, most times brother gonna take it. Because I might not get another chance, especially with niggas dying every day, then rappers dying when they just get signed, get killed a few days later, all that shit.
Yeah.
So my advice would be to get educated while you making all them beats and songs or whatever. You need to be educated on terms and conditions, deal points. You know, the deal point. What deal am I signing? What's my publishing? What's my touring? What's my merchandise?
You know, I talked to an artist, JT. I talked to an artist who been in the game for 10 years and never heard of a spreadsheet. I said, you need to sit down with your management team and your lawyer if you don't know what a spreadsheet is in this industry. You gotta know what a split sheet is. How you making money and you getting fed and take care of your family and you ain't even got access to your own split sheet?
A split sheet is something you do while you make the song. A split sheet ain't nothing you do after the song is out. That motherfucking money already going to whoever name on it.
Right, so, exactly. Whether if you got a percentage on it or not.
I ain't never did a split sheet. I never did a split sheet ever in my career.
Get out of here.
I got all the money coming to me. Joseph Time.
You know what? My label, they started me on split sheets. That's how I got familiar. I said, what the hell is a split sheet? They taught me and showed me how to read and how to go about a split sheet ever since I got in the industry. But I still was like, it's still some gimmicks behind this shit. It's still some money that ain't counting for it. Where the rest of the money at? You know what I'm saying? It wasn't adding up.
Well, you know, the game switched to digital now. So you have multiple revenue streams. Yeah. But if somebody have the rights to your music, or if you do a song with a nigga, he put it out on his shit, then that means the money going to him, and you got to deal with him.
JT, I put a nigga on my song one time years ago. I wrote it, produced it. Only thing I did, rap on it. I sung on it. He did a piece on the hook. You know, this man tried to sue me for repeating some shit I wrote. I couldn't believe this shit. That's why I said you gotta be right with your paperwork, man.
See, paperwork is important, but being independent is more important. Do your own songs, do your own beats, and then now they getting beats off YouTube, and then when they make it big, they gotta pay the nigga who own the beat. So it ain't a bad thing. It's just multiple ways. Now you gotta protect yourself in multiple angles.
Now, JT, how did you?
Like this,
Go ahead.
I can tell you like this: the rap game right now, they cut us out from really being independent.
Yeah.
And they helped us when they came up with digital distribution, but they cut us out when they cut the stores out. That's how everybody in the 90s got popular. We printed up our own copies. You was in control of your destiny. Now, when you put your shit out, niggas putting their shit on YouTube. They putting it on all these little mixtape sites that might not monetize.
Yeah.
But if it go on Spotify, then it's some money coming from that.
Now, JT, when you landed your Trapflix deal, I think I seen an interview with you talking about.
Did a deal.
I mean, what was it that you went to the label with and gave them they proposition on? Was it your independent label, or was it the whole Trapflix meeting that was real big for you that opened up?
Trapflix is independent still to this day.
Right.
I'm about to relaunch, God willing, in a few more days.
Okay.
It's an app and a website. I own it 100%.
Okay.
So any company that was talking about doing a deal with me, they was trying to buy my company.
Okay.
Which I wasn't trying to sell because I knew I came up on something. Before Jay-Z was titled, I was Trapflix.
Yeah. Ain't nobody did what you did with that Trapflix.
And now that I've been gone almost 5 years, it's almost 5 years now. I kicked it off. The bootleggers made me famous in all the households around the South and the East Coast and the Midwest. And then I started getting popular in the West Coast. I was telling niggas that, look, in 2013, 2014, I seen the open market of the movie business is doing independent films make you more famous than your album damn near.
Speaking of independence, well, let's get into this whole, speaking of independence and movie and what you did with your Trapflix movement. What is happening and what is going on with you and Curtis Snow, and do you ever think y'all will be able to work again?
Well, first of all, me and Curtis Snow, He was already a legend by making his movie on Netflix, which is a worldwide platform. So he had the fame of Netflix, but he didn't have the ability to keep making movies. This was a nigga who made a movie, and somebody else made it for him, which cut him out of continuing to make movies. When he met me, I had made a movie. When I made my movie in Atlanta with Future and Snoop Dogg and Migos and Young Thug and all these niggas before they got popular, that's what made me a legend on my first movie down south. Even though when Master P had dropped his movie, I'm About It, I dropped my movie Beware of Dogs, but I wasn't priority. I was doing it as an independent.
Right, y'all go check out JT movie, y'all, that he produced and filmed. He got Snow on the Boots, and then he got The Independent Game. Y'all go check that movie, y'all. Y'all go to Trapflix and watch it when y'all get time. The Independent Game, Dirt on My Boots, and it's a whole nother stream of his music. Y'all just go on Trapflix, subscribe, and tap into it.
That's what gave Curtis Snow a new life. That now you got a nigga with you, know how to make movies, and I'm making a movie every month for a year straight.
Yeah.
So I put out 10 movies in 2014. Just like in 94, I put out 10 albums. Once I learned how to do it, that's when I say, shit, I'm finna flood the game to guarantee I'm gonna be a legend in this shit. No matter what happens, they can't cut me out of history because I drop more movies than anybody else.
You a worldwide name, JT. It ain't no way nobody don't know who you are. Like I said, I brought you to my discussion board many times. It's just about how I feel like you one of the ones who actually made it out with no fuck shit behind it. You and your family, you know what I'm saying? You and your wife been down for so long. You helped so many people in the community. You gave back. You mastered the music game. You mastered your own production company. It's not too many things that you don't touch that I feel like strikes gold. So I'm glad that you came on this platform and gave the people some real love, because a lot of these artists is dying in their own cities. And every time I hear about these artists dying in their cities, I think about you and how they try to kill you or take you out, but that wasn't God's plan. And you still continue to prosper and move and strive and take care of your family. You have an amazing story, my brother. I'm glad you was able to come in and let the world hear some of your truths, if not all of it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, well, what I learned, I can say I got it from Minister Farrakhan in the Nation of Islam. They the one told me to sign a 360 deal. He the one said, don't give my publishing up. If I would have never listened to him, I wouldn't even know how to be independent. But I studied up under Minister Farrakhan, one of the most independent men that's hated, but they never could cut off his water. They could never stop his blessing. And the same thing happened with me. No matter what hate came my way, no matter what obstacles, I learned that God is the source of all my power. As long as I stay tapped in with my God-given talent, I'll never be broke. I'll never be ass out. Even if I'm down, if I ain't dead, then that means I still got action to bounce back. And that's what God has shown me and everybody who watch me. Man, somebody is keeping this boy alive. Somebody's keeping him protected. Somebody, even when niggas try to rob me, I wasn't letting a nigga rob me because that go against my religion. Man, you're not taking nothing from me. You're gonna have to shoot me, boy.
Right.
And that's what happened. And then they shot me and forgot to get the money. So,
now,
you know.
Now, JT, here's the thing. Do you think that's a blessing, my brother? Do you think you will ever go back to Atlanta or California again?
Yes, when I move back or whenever I come back, I live in Atlanta. I own land in Atlanta.
I know that's right.
That's where I'm still. I still own my shit. Now, California, I can only go visit there because I don't own nothing there. And that state is going to hell every single day. That state is going to hell based upon the way they treated the people. Now you got people sleeping in tents and sleeping on the side of the road.
Yeah, Skid Row.
You know, and that shit is not only finna be in Atlanta. I mean, in California. I heard they sleeping like that in Atlanta now.
Yeah,
so
that's
the fall of America is something that I learned about. The fall of America, meaning that since I learned the prophecy that America must fall, this is day Rome, a modern day Babylon. They stole all the blacks. They got rich off the blacks. They know what way that the country is going to prosper moving forward. The people in the country don't even know that God is doing this to the country because of what they did to us. For 300 years, it was illegal for black people to read. For 300 years, there was no school for our people. It took 64 years to turn a black strong man who believed in God, know his language and his culture. It took America 64 years to make a generation of niggas and Negroes, people that can't read, can't write, but they can talk.
Right.
But they don't know where they come from. Our people only know white people taught us. That's why we still kind of like in the same position, even though knowledge have come to us. We just don't listen because we hard-headed and we spoiled.
Yeah,
welfare spoiled us. EBT spoiled. Section 8 vouchers spoiled us. All of these things put us in a position where you got 5 generations of people who still live in the same project. Even though somebody could have said, man, I'm getting the hell up out of here. But people like, shit, the rent only $80. I'm staying right here for a 2-bedroom. $80, I can't. So why the hell I'm leaving if I'm paying $80? I got a roof over my head. You know what I mean? I got a kitchen, a bathroom, a living room, and it's $80. But that whole thing of me learning knowledge from the minister made me move in a different way. As I seen the tide change and the direction changing, I move with the direction. In a minute, you're gonna see so many Black Americans, artists and all, that's coming to Africa to come set up shop.
Yeah, I see what you doing down there, my brother. I see it. They coming. What you doing down there in Burkina Faso, man, salute to you, my brother. You doing big things down there. No, I've never seen nobody in our time, in our generation, even attempt to pull what you pulling down there. And you really you prosperous down there, my brother. Keep doing the good work for sure. For sure.
And now I'm in Kenya. See, I started in West Africa, but my folks say, bro, I live in East Africa, bro. You need to come over here. They speak English. If you think you just made progress in Burkina Faso and nobody there could understand you unless a translator tells them what I'm saying, but they knew my actions was authentic, that's why the country got behind me.
For sure.
That's why Burkina Faso got behind me. They seen that I knew how to come and use my blessing to help the less fortunate, to help the less fortunate artists, to help the producers get on, to help ladies that make clothes. Man, I sell them clothes like a motherfucker. Them damn shirts and African shirts, they cost $3, $4.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna talk to you about that too. I'm gonna talk to you about that too, JT, because I know you don't accept donations and doing things you got going on. But I do want to, my company, we gonna donate some face masks to you guys down there. I don't know, maybe we gonna stay in touch with the email. You let me know where I can send these face masks to down there. So you go ahead, do what you do. You know what I mean? Just some donation with everything that's going on in the COVID. We'll send a case of face masks down there to you all.
Yeah, come on with it. See, that type of stuff is what the people in Africa appreciate, any love gesture. The people in America are shit on you because you didn't give them enough face masks. You didn't put no money with it. You didn't put no shoes.
Right.
You didn't give up no shirts. You didn't give them no food. So now they looking at you crazy. Like, you giving us 5,000, face masks over here for our project. Where the money at? We're something else.
That's how our people is. It's sad how Americans, the mentality is with people with over $1. You know, like you were saying last night, you know what people would do for $1? That's why I tell people, ain't no loyalty in this shit. People out here prostitute themselves and their kids and even homosexuality. That will even go through all for $1. The almighty dollar on people how really will sell their soul and give up everything, their morals, their ethics, all for greed. It's sad. It really is.
And they give it up for the ability to come back to the hood and say, look at me, nigga. Look, I got a house. Look, nigga, I got Benz, nigga, look at my chain, boy. Yeah, but you just suck somebody pipe, boy.
Right.
Mr. Goldberg pipe, nigga. Yeah. Mr. Goldberg got nigga, some of your body parts, nigga.
Right.
So don't come around bragging, nigga, but you ain't telling us the dark side of this shit.
True.
That is real reality.
True. JT, now listen, I got a fan mail. I got a fan question for you. One fan want to know is, Did you have, this ain't my question, it's a fan question. Did you have anything to do with the American getting killed down there? I don't know who this, I checked him out yesterday, but I don't really know too much about it. But what's the story with the American guy?
Yes, I did have something to do with him getting killed by him coming to come live in the country and buy land from me. But then he didn't tell me he was schizophrenic, bipolar, and that he needed his medicine. I didn't learn that till after he got killed. That man, like, why would I get an American person killed? If I ain't got nobody killed in America, why would I come to Africa? He never did nothing wrong to me.
But they said in my comments that he was an agent. Was he a federal agent or something like that?
No, he was not an agent.
Okay.
He wasn't an agent. He had schizophrenia, and nobody run up on an army base by yourself with no gun fucking with army niggas.
Oh, yeah.
Nobody in their right mind is going to run up, and it's a time of election, and this is a country that have terrorist attacks. This nigga got on all black. He got on this black little beanie thing on his head. He got this beard looking crazy with these space glasses. He got these black boots on.
I seen him with the kufi on his head.
Yeah, he got arrested the day before. They kept him overnight to like question him, like, bro, why is you over here in an illegal location?
Right.
Like, you over here doing something you're not supposed to do. So that was already okay. That don't look good. Then when my people go to get him out of jail, they take him back to the office and say, stay right here, wait for the head man to come back. He want to talk to you. As soon as everybody went back in their office and started working, he left the lobby and went way across the city. We don't even know how he got across the city. And went to an army base, fucking with them soldiers, and got killed.
Oh, man. Rest in peace to his family. Him and his, you know.
See, and I put out the video footage to prove to everybody that I told him to stay with me, but he had some new friends that he met at the airport and was with them niggas the whole time. He was there for a whole month before he got killed.
That's what I told. But the comment, the person who commented that, I hit him back. They said something like JT took that man money and got that man killed. I said, nah, you gotta go to the YouTube. JT did a video on the whole thing, baby. He ain't take that man money. I said on the land side, on the business, yeah. But JT ain't just running off with that man money. How the world y'all trying to make it seem like?
No. Hold on. We gotta clear this up even more. I'm the first person that put his whole $7,000 on his family GoFundMe. See, all that little hate shit that niggas be doing.
Right.
Man, them niggas could kiss my ass, man.
Facts.
What the fuck I'm stealing from a dead man? I'm rich already.
Right.
That man family needed that money. I'm the one that got on my YouTube and said, hey, anybody who know his family, please give my number. Within 2 days, his brother called me and said, yeah, that's my brother, bro.
Right, because I sent that person the link. I said, no. I said, JT got a whole video. I told her, I sent the link. I said, check this video out. JT ain't take that man money. If anything, he helped the man family. Because it was something about his body. Wasn't his body like $10,000 to get back to America, or?
His body was $9,500 to get shit back.
Right.
And the money that he had with me, I said, look, he bought land from me legally. I didn't have to give nothing back. But for my heart and soul, I want to give it back so God can see my actions and the people could see my actions. With all this shit that JT a scammer or robber, man, I'll be dead already, man. Can't nobody find nobody that I'm supposed to rob or I'm supposed to...
Man, do you not know I just put that on my video about you? I said, man, JT solid. But ain't nothing grimy about that, man. I said, that's just some shit for a motherfucker who just don't know how to handle business, or they tried to get over on JT and he peeped what was going on. Ain't nothing shady or grimy about that, man. That's just some shit that niggas in the hood just want to run with because they don't know how to accept success. When motherfuckers doing good, they'll do anything to tarnish your name, your image. That's all I believe that is, because I don't see not one gray area in your book. We ain't perfect, but you solid when it comes to that business.
Think about it. I started it as a teenager at 14 years old. I put my first project out at 18 years old. I don't sell dope. I don't sell weed. I don't sell pussy. I don't do credit card scams and profiles. I don't do licks. So therefore, my whole, in my movie, I'm a scandalous nigga. But they start putting the scandalous nigga on the person that's me. When I'm making movies, man, I know how to do this foul shit.
Yeah.
But when it's my life, man, look, I'm blessed. I would have, look, if I was a foul person, man, I would have been dead from AK bullets. Man, foul niggas don't survive them type of gunshots.
Fact. Now, JT, do you mind going back to that day? Because a lot of people still don't know what happened with you getting shot. Do you mind going back to that moment, or you rather not go back?
I could go ahead now. I could go ahead and tell them, look, I had my daughter on March 26th. March 28th. I brought my wife home and my daughter home, and I said, let me go get a blessing for my family. For my daughter, first of all, let me go buy food like I always do, and I'm going to go to the neighborhood that I ain't been in a while, so I can make sure that I show them love, because they don't got nobody coming to that part of town in Atlanta.
Right.
But I made 4 movies in them niggas' projects. But this particular time, they just felt like, fuck this food. I know the mamas and babies happy getting the food. We gonna wait till he walk around the corner, and then we gonna just demand some money from him. And when they try to demand the money, I'm like, boy, I've been feeding this hood nigga for 4 years straight. Nigga, I wish I would. And the nigga just shot him. They was demanding the money for 5-10 minutes. So first of all, they wasn't no good robbers. Because if I was robbing a nigga, I'd hit you in the head with the pistol, so you know it's real business.
Now,
so
do you know the characters who robbed you? Damn, that's fucked up. That's fucked up.
But I don't do social media, and I don't work with police, so don't nobody know but the streets.
Right.
And the streets love how I handled it. Yeah, the streets love how I handled it. Shit, the police came and they was like, do you know who shot you? No.
Right.
Do you know who shot you? Tell us. They kept pressing the issue. I said, yeah, a man in a suit with orange hair shot me. Basically blaming on Donald Trump.
Right.
The police said, man, get this asshole out of here.
Right, get his ass out of here. Throw his ass away.
Yeah. So I'm an uncooperating victim.
Now, was it broad daylight, JT? Was it broad daylight? Was it early? Was it evening time?
It was daytime. Probably about 1, 2 o'clock.
Damn, so they blew down on you in broad daylight like that. Because, you know, they did Mo 3 kind of like, you know, they got him on the freeway.
But look, though, niggas get blowed down every day, B.
True.
This ain't nothing new.
True.
Niggas get shot.
True.
Yeah, but the difference between me and a lot of niggas, some niggas gave their money up and got shot. I didn't give up no money and got shot. So my gangster stripes still intact. And I'm not even no gangster, but I lived this street life enough to know if you let a nigga rob you, he might kill you anyway. So you might as well call his bluff.
And they did all of that for nothing. See, that's what I'm saying. A lot of these robberies and shit, it really be pointless. Because most of the time they don't get shit. Or they end up catching a body and still not getting shit. So it be like, the shit it gotta be calculated the right kind of way. The shit don't add up. But I never respected a man who took from another man. I never respected that guy. Get it out the mud. Get your hustle on.
I respect it.
I can't.
I respect it because that's the street life. That's the street life. See, if you in the streets, you gotta respect a nigga get it how they live.
Yeah, that's the street shit. That's the street shit. That's the street shit.
Street shit.
But when do that line get caught when you like, okay, I got kids, I can't keep living like this, or they coming for me. It gotta be a point in your life where you gotta transition the older you get. But I know a lot of older dumb niggas too though, so it's like
everybody don't look at life the same.
Yeah.
Remember, we coming out of slavery. A nigga don't care nothing about another nigga. You're nothing. You're a piece of shit. You trash. You're nothing. You a nigga like me. But niggas ain't robbing white people like that.
Or them Arabs. They ain't hitting them Arabs either. Them Arabs got more love than most niggas in their hood. That's crazy to me. But that's what it is.
But I can tell you this though. That nigga didn't shoot me. God shot me. So he could prove that he is God.
Yeah.
Because the prayers I said is the prayers I got from Minister Farrakhan. Minister Farrakhan the one taught me never be most scared of a gun or a man more than Allah.
Subscribe, comment.
That's how I defeated, and I prove Allah real. Because them the prayers I was saying, the ones he taught me, and from that day forward, if you got to see my history. You see, I got out the hospital on crutches and back at them niggas.
I seen
back
on
at,
the
you know what I mean? Back on.
Now, JT, I heard you say, I seen one of your interviews where you said you seen your death 100 times before you got shot. Reiterate on that.
Well, seeing my death was basically being in the streets at any moment. That's why I stayed with 3 guns on me. I never was a nigga. For that day, I had 1 gun in my back pocket, but they had 3 machine guns on me. So you can't pull a draw on the draw. That gets you killed. Drawing your gun on a nigga who already got a gun drawn, that gets you killed. So I was smart enough not to draw my gun.
Yeah.
See, but I seen my death, meaning that I didn't see me dying. I just seen that a situation of death is coming to my doorstep. I'ma stay strapped. I bought bulletproof cars. I bought bulletproof vests. I always was by myself. I'm the only nigga that ever came to Atlanta and went to every hood and got money by myself without no nigga with me.
Yeah.
There's no nigga from Atlanta that could go to every hood by himself because it's too much beef. But by me coming to the city, I didn't have beef with niggas. I only got threats from niggas saying niggas gonna rob me, and I'm like, shit, well, you gotta do it then, boy. You can't fake this, nigga. I live this shit for real. I'm from California, nigga. I ain't no down south nigga. I'm a California nigga, but I respect down south niggas. But one thing, man, I never let a nigga take nothing from me without gunfire. I never let a nigga play with me, cause out in Atlanta, that's where I lived in my shooter life. I didn't live no shooter life in California ever.
And that's why people want to know, like, well, dang, they was like, well, ask JT, will him and Curtis Snow ever work again? I said, I'm going to ask him. I'm going to see what, you know what I'm saying? Like, everybody want to hopefully see y'all work together again, because y'all was a good team. Y'all did good work together.
We did good work, but his loyalty wasn't to what God was blessing him to do. He didn't see that God was blessing him with me. I was his blessing. Nobody in Atlanta, out of all them rich niggas, offered to do a movie with Curtis Snow after his movie until I came along and put him in 10 or 15 more movies. Now, Drizzle Dollar is putting him in a couple of movies, but nobody was working with Kurt because he's a bum-ass nigga. I just overlooked his bumness and thought that I could inject this independent game. He was so, if you look at his interviews, he was so bitter. But his bitterness came from his people saying, how you with JT at Trapflix and JT buying Lambos, Corvettes, Beamers, Mercedes-Benz Sprinters, brand new shit off the floor, and Kurt, you ain't got nothing. He must be robbing you. But I never even did a deal for Trapflix to rob him because I paid him for every movie he ever got in. But him doing them interviews showed me he was jealous the whole time because he watched my fame in the movies that me and him was doing. My character sicker than his character. All he know how to do is kick a door and say, get on the ground, give me the money. I know how to make this shit entertaining. I know how to do a robbery better than him. Okay. I know how to talk that shit. I know how to put bitches in trunks and shit.
Yeah.
But Kurt right now, he not the same person that I met in 2013. In 2014.
You know what, JT? I was just having a conversation with somebody about that. It hurts you because you love these people, but sometimes you got to let people go because they're not the same person who they was 10 years ago or 8, 9 years. People is changing. It ain't that you wish them no bad, but when you outgrow and you moving forward, you got to let the people you love the most go if it ain't going nowhere mentally. You know what I'm saying?
He waited till I got to Africa to express himself. Because when I was there and we fell out, I shot them niggas blocked up. And them niggas ain't never did nothing about it. So for him to talk crazy when I'm gone, like he ran me somewhere, I'm like, bro, I had a destiny. I had a date with destiny. If you look at my life in Africa, you could tell something was pre-programmed about this. Because how do I get to a country or a continent that don't even speak English and become a successful land developer? A successful nigga making good money from the comfort of Africa. Mm-hmm. That ain't accidental. I listen to what God told me. Your time of living this American street nigga shit is up.
Y'all go over there and check out JT on Trapflix and see what he doing in Africa. Y'all go check him out. He on YouTube too.
Trapflix TV is my channel on YouTube. And I got over 1,000 videos since I've been in Africa. So anybody who think anything different, all the evidence, I'm a smart nigga. I videotape my life. I got receipts. I got receipts on feeding the people of Atlanta, feeding the people of California, now feeding the people, and in Birmingham, and in New Orleans, and Chicago, but now
JT, you the only nigga I felt like in the whole industry that could go to any hood by yourself and still come out untouched. Ain't nobody did it.
Yep.
You could go in any hood by yourself. Any hood by yourself. We watched you do it on television. You recorded every city, every state you went, and you ain't do nothing but show love. And they gave you love everywhere you went.
That's why I'm trying to say, like, that right there alone got the jealousy of people and the envy. Then a lot of people that run with these stories because they seen somebody saying, oh, well, JT this, JT that. But if you look at my actions, nigga, my actions ain't a robber or a scammer or a bum or a beggar. JT got fucking money. How the fuck this nigga do everything? He pay for everything himself. Mm-hmm. I don't sell dope. Mm-hmm. I don't got a job. My parents ain't rich. I don't got a big homie funding me. I don't got a manager. In 30 years, I ain't never had a manager. I'm one of the smartest independent niggas in the world.
Facts.
When it comes to this independent game shit.
Facts.
I know how to make something happen from scratch. God blessed me with a gift to know how to make something happen with nothing. With nothing. I don't know how to make it happen with nothing and nobody with me.
So do you think, JT, so do you think having a hustle is a gift or a talent?
I want to say it's a gift for those who born with it. I want to say it's a talent that you can learn and develop going through life struggles. I want to say mamas across the world is the number one hustlers, because how did a single parent woman with no man in the house take care of 3-4 kids and they all come out on top?
Facts.
Mamas across the world, they got it.
Shout out to all the mamas this morning. Shout out to all the mothers this morning. Y'all keep y'all head up. Keep going. Keep going.
I didn't say fathers, because I need a father blueprint. I'm gonna say mamas. So I could say that my dream of trying to make it big mixed with the knowledge from Minister Farrakhan, who taught me more about God's plan, letting the devil plan go. That's how you activate your God-given talent. If you choose to sell dope more than develop your talent, then you're going to be stuck selling dope. That's why you got niggas 30 and 40 been selling dope since they were 15, because that's all they know. Yeah. And they can't blame that on nobody. Nigga, you didn't try to learn nothing else. You didn't try to start a car wash business, nigga, a food catering business, a cleaning service, anything. You liked it, the dope money. That was a trick from Satan off for these niggas dope. The white man made sure that let's take the job, dope, and we could build up our prison business. Then they started the record companies, hire rappers that's gonna talk about murder, mayhem, fuck them bitches, fuck them hoes, kill them niggas. Let's make them popular. So every rapper coming behind them, they will want to be like that. And that's why you see every video of all the young up and coming rappers, 90% of them is with their homies with the guns, not knowing one of these niggas finna kill you.
Exactly. Hello.
Because you too
that part.
Too young.
That
you
part.
Too young to know. See, I watched the Jay-Z interview with Warren Buffett, and one thing stuck out. Warren Buffett told the man asked him, well, Warren, how did you learn all this shit? He said, well, first of all, my father was a banker. So I go to the office as a kid, and I've been watching since a kid, and I knew I wanted to be like my father. And in 1930, with the Great Depression, he was able to capitalize off of that because America became a capitalistic society. So therefore, he learned that from his father. Then they asked Jay-Z, well, how did you do it? He said, well, shit, man, I didn't start as no teenager, man. I was in the street life doing, street nigga shit. And at 26, when I did take my music serious at 26, I was able to express more elements that wasn't being expressed in the rap game. With his album, Reasonable Doubt, it had a whole nother swag and feel to it.
Yeah.
Because he was older. he was older. Jay-Z signed to Priority Records where me and Master P was at, but through a third-party company called Figg. Figg Entertainment.
I ain't never heard of them.
Yeah,
Where that was based in LA?
I don't know where they based. All I know is they the ones that got them to deal with Priority.
Okay.
When they put the album out, the single was picked up by Def Jam. Ain't no nigga like the one I got for a movie soundtrack.
Okay.
That's what gave them the extra budget. The song blew up with Foxy Brown.
Yeah.
And the rest is history. Mm-hmm. But what I learned from Jay-Z's story, what he was talking about, was that at an older age, he was able to capitalize better than a young nigga 18, 19, and they've been through enough shit to know how to handle the blessing or the opportunity of being a rap star.
Right.
That's what gave Jay-Z the edge over everybody. When Master P blew up, then Jay-Z followed the Master P blueprint. Like, fuck that, I'm gonna buy myself out this contract, and we gonna just be Rockefeller distributed.
Yeah.
Joint venture.
Yeah.
With Def Jam. So me right now at 47, I'm not supposed to still be making beats and songs and movies and shit. I'm supposed to be damn near, should be ready to retire. But my teacher, E40 and Too Short, them niggas didn't quit. When they hit 40, when they hit 50, they still going. I say,
they still going.
A nigga named George Clinton is 80 damn near some years old. Or probably, yeah, he about 80 something. This nigga still charging $40,000 a show.
Is he? Now, JT,
he's still doing shows right now.
JT, do you believe, like, this a big controversy right here? Do you believe when a rapper gets successful, they have to leave their city in order to stay alive or keep their money growing? Do you feel like that? Most rappers get killed in their city, or is it best to leave your city?
Yes. Well, I can say this. You don't necessarily got to leave the city, but you got to leave the circle of people who still at the bottom. Like, you can fuck with them, but you just can't be hanging there too much, getting access to the people so much, because envy and jealousy, you can't stop that.
Yeah.
It's people that grew up with you that's still mad about you took their girlfriend, or you bought a car first, or you didn't let them borrow $100, or you didn't give them a kilo in front of them. Like, there's things from our neighborhood that will not ever die.
Yeah.
So we must move out of our neighborhood. That don't mean you can't have a spot in your hood. But as a young rapper, you want to be seen on the block with your car, with your jewelry, with the money, with your guns. You want to be seen still doing that. And that is a curse for the black rappers right now. That the lifestyle is getting them killed before they could even make it to 40. Like King Von getting killed, Nipsey Hussle getting killed. Nipsey Hussle got killed in front of his store, in front of his daughter.
I still don't understand that. That's crazy to me. Like, still thinking about that.
But think about it. He was neighborhood 60 to the death. And he literally died neighborhood 60 to the death. But the lifestyle that he lived, no matter how positive he was, he didn't apply the shit that he knew from the streets. I could never be standing out here without a nigga strapped. If I can't have a pistol, a nigga with me supposed to be right here, because at any moment another nigga could whip up.
Fact.
Popping that fire. That's how life go.
Man, that's just sad.
And look.
And then Pop Smoke, and then they took Pop Smoke out. I'm like, no, not Pop Smoke too.
No, but Pop Smoke though was living a street nigga life. Pop Smoke was promoting gang culture, but he didn't think that the gang that he was talking shit to in New York could actually, be able to connect and reach him way in California.
Yeah.
He's too young to understand that part. The gang you beefing with, the GDs, them niggas is in every state. So if you're not gonna understand it from that perspective, then he was too deep into it. And then he became popular very fast. And that's what put him in a position where them niggas wanted him regardless of however it go. We gotta kill this nigga first opportunity.
Yeah, that's how that went.
Somebody within his crew, let them niggas come in the side door. Period. There's nowhere around that.
You know what, JT? I was covering the Mo 3 case for a minute, and it's just crazy how they killed him on the freeway and gunned him down like that at noonday traffic, broad daylight. That had to be one of the most craziest stories.
Actually though, in every video he did, he had a machine gun with him. But the day that he leaving this girl house, he didn't bring it with him. That's why I never left my house without a gun.
Yeah.
Because a gun really can't save you. God will save you. But if you already living a street life and you was part of some shit that some other niggas did, bro, then you gotta conduct yourself from the morning to the night as if, nigga, the shit could go down. And that's the mistake of rappers who having fun with their rap, but it's always somebody who remember what you did that's plotting. They plotting. Man, they plotting.
Every time. So they always plotting.
They never not plotting. That's what beef is. Beef is that you never can put your guards down with your kids going to Walmart. Mm-hmm. Imagine me having to go to Walmart with my wife and children, and I give my wife the Glock to home, so she could have it on the passenger side. I'm driving. I got the machine gun on my lap. We got our kids in the back, and I say, babe, I'd rather go to jail than let some niggas catch us.
JT, you know what? I used to always be like, man, JT better be careful with that camera going in all them hoods. Like years ago and stuff, you be like, damn, he be going in all them hoods with that camera. What has your experience been like traveling the world in all these different neighborhoods with your camera? What has that experience been like for you?
That was my life story that nobody would believe that I did all this shit if I don't record it. That's why I always recorded everything. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's why, because I'm a filmmaker. That's why Trap Flicks, I am Trap Flicks. That shit means something. I took it from Netflix because Kurt got robbed. I would have never started Trap Flicks if Kurt didn't get robbed by Netflix.
Okay.
So Kurt played a big part in it. That's why I would have never cut Kurt out. He just left before the success. We had made a lot of success, but he got tired of hearing my name ringing in his hood. I came to the bluff by myself, nigga, and turned up. That's not normal.
No.
By the time niggas, whoever wanted to start hating, it was too late. I done made millions of dollars already. I done bought my mama houses, my wife houses, my son houses. I done bought acres of land. It's too late. Hey man, West Side Atlanta Zone 1. That is me. That's more important.
Right, because you brought JT. Did you buy a whole block? Was it a whole neighborhood or a whole block in Atlanta you brought?
I bought a back dead end street block, and I bought a whole building that's a project, and I filmed all my movies in it. I had no intentions of ever fixing it up. I just knew I'd sell it at a certain point.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
That way, nobody in Atlanta could tell me that I'm not no West Side Atlanta nigga. Why? I own my first houses in West Side Atlanta, nigga. I don't care what nobody say, nigga. I will go to war about my house.
So JT, to all these people, all these guys that hustle and be on the blocks and claim all their neighborhoods and don't own shit in their neighborhood, what's some good advice you can give these boys that's on the block that claim they block? How can they go about buying or purchasing their block as a collective? Because some people ain't gonna never leave a block. Like, people love their blocks. Like, how can they go about purchasing their blocks?
Well, first of all, you want to purchase the block. And what's been proven is that all the niggas in these hoods, they don't fuck about owning the block. They just want to run the block. Right. So instead of owning the block, they'd rather run the block until the block get bought by somebody who run their ass off the block.
Exactly.
That's
right.
Called gentrification. That's called gentrification right there.
Exactly.
Gentrification. That happened in San Francisco first. In my neighborhood, and nobody probably really know this until I be telling them. We had a man named Jim Jones that came in our neighborhood and started a church. And he was feeding people. He was doing good. He was white. And he looked like he could beat Jesus. He was doing so much good. So he was converting black people to come to his church. At a certain point, he said that America's too out of hand. we gonna go buy some land in Guyana.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's South America somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
And we're gonna go build us a promised land here. But people didn't know this nigga was part of the government in a way where he tricked 900 of our people, including my auntie and my little cousin. She left, and she joined the church, and everybody sold their houses or gave the rights to their houses to this white man, who in turn said that we're gonna have the promise. So in field mode, he took 900 and some people and killed all 900 and some people.
Yeah, that was
all
crazy.
Them houses. And then that's how we lost a big percentage of our community. And then they started something called redevelopment. Redevelopment was started in San Francisco, and the pilot project was in a neighborhood called Fillmore, where I'm from. And that's when they started redevelopment, and then they started tearing down everything, bringing in new apartments, and kicking the old residents out, and bringing in new residents, because it was all based on money.
Yeah.
But losing 900 people in one day, to lose 900 people in one day, that never happened in American history. Mm-hmm. 900 people dead in one day. That's my family. That's my folks' family. That's my people.
These my
we
people.
Lost our power in field mode. That's 900 homes that got demolished.
Man, a lot of families. Destroyed a lot of families. Yeah.
They did it in Oakland. They did it in Oakland. They did it in Richmond. They did it in San Jose. They did it in Sacramento. Then that shit went to LA. It went all over America. Now redevelopment agencies is in every city, where they just use the dope and the guns and the murders and shit to drive the price down. Then they buy it, the corporation people buy it at a cheaper price, redevelop, and kick all the niggas out, or make it hard for them to stay there.
Yeah.
So me learning that always, I need to own a house, or I need to own a block. So coming to Africa, but what I was blessed to do in Atlanta, I moved to Atlanta with $2,000 to my name, my wife, and 2 brand new babies. But I end up coming up there and making more money in 7 years than I made in 15.
Cause you discovered Zaytona, right? And didn't he convince you to move to Atlanta or something like that?
Yeah, I discovered Zaytona in 1998, and we worked all through 1999. In 2000, his mom moved to Atlanta, and he moved with his mom. And he met Gucci Man, and I started promoting Gucci Man in Zaytona, and then Gucci Man got the deal. So that's how I was connected to the Atlanta scene, even though people didn't know. All the niggas who use Zaytona beats, I taught him how to make beats. So by me teaching him how to make beats, that just put me in more of a legendary position. And I watched the success that was happening in Atlanta. They wasn't having all the problems we was having in the Bay Area. So after a few years of me going back and forth, I'm like, man, fuck it, I'm finna come on down there, because he's like, bro, you could do better out here. And I moved out there in 2010, and I stayed till 2019. So I had a 9-year run.
Changed your life,
the first time I ever was.
So when did the game? Because I know you had discovered the game too. Now, did you come across the game before you came across Zaytona, or was it in that process? Are you going to Atlanta, coming back and forth?
Yeah. Nah, I met the game with Mr. Farrakhan at a hip hop summit in February 14, 2002. Okay. That's the day I met the game, and I seen in my mind, I said, this the next nigga for the West Coast. Mm-hmm. And God showed and proved that what my JT eyes is good. Mm-hmm. JT no talent.
Yeah, you got that eye for that talent, that's for sure. You know how to scope out good talent, that's for sure.
And I know how to make money from it without a white man.
True. That's why I say you always one of my favorite entrepreneurs. You one of the most underrated entrepreneurs. I feel like people just don't give you. They give you the respect, but they don't like to show it the respect. To me, you bigger than what a lot of people try to portray or want to put on. You know what I'm saying?
You know, that right there, though, is part of God's plan, too. Because if I was too big, I would have got killed a long time ago. But God preserved me, because he already knew one day you're not going to even be over here in America. You're going to establish Black America in Africa. And that's when I'm gonna get my fame and fortune gonna come from over here.
That's
so
what's
whatever
up.
I didn't get over there, I'm getting it over here.
I know that's right. I know that's right.
I'm going down with, but I'm going down. They're gonna have to put my name right next to Marcus Garvey's name, because this is what he was trying to do. Now I got Americans moving to Burkina Faso, a French country. That's unheard of.
It is.
Africa is watching me like this guy right here. We love JT. In Africa, if you go look at my comments, go look at on YouTube, go look at the comments. Every video I ever put out, go watch all the African people. Like, we so happy to have you here. Man,
yeah, I seen that, JT. They love you over there, and that's what's up. I seen that. They do. They love you over there.
And I'm not over here asking them for nothing. I got my own money over here. I ain't asking for no job or no handout. I'm over donating my money that I do make.
And congratulations to the water well, my brother. I seen you and got the water well going over there the other day. I said, man, that boy JT doing some wonderful, powerful things over there. So how did the people in Burkina Faso take to the water well that was just installed? How that's going for you over there with that?
I did 2 water wells. My first was in 2017 on my first trip over here, and that's when I knew I was coming back one day. When I came back to America, I got shot about a month after I came back. But the African people, for whatever reason, they kept wanting to pray for me. They kept wanting to pray. They like, what you doing, people don't do, man. You just came and built the water well for free, and now 500 to 1,000 people could use this water well every day now.
Right. That's wonderful. That's beautiful.
Then, when I moved back, I built another water well in 2020, and then that's, I built that on my land, but all the villagers in the surrounding area, I say they could come use the water for free.
That's nice. That's a blessing. That's a blessing.
Yeah, and that's where God knew what I was going to do, because He already programmed me to be like this. The people, and let me share this with you.
That boy is so motivational.
The story of Joseph, if you read the story of Joseph in Genesis, Minister Farrakhan taught us about that history repeat itself.
Mm-hmm.
What you read in the Bible is talking about us today, though. Some of the old stories, we about to relive them with new people in the positions of them, like
right.
The Jesus, the Moses, the Muhammad, the Abraham. All of them people that passed on, it's another version of them right now.
It sure is.
And I come to find out, Joseph was happy because he had the vision. And God blessed him with a vision. Joseph knew how to interpretate your dream. Look at every rapper that came to me with their dream, from Kevin Gates to the Young Thug to Zaytoven, the Young Buck. Everybody who I helped, not everybody, but a lot of people who I helped, they stars right now.
Yeah, they are.
Never say, well, that was JT that did that for me.
Yeah.
I know how to interpret your dream.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I know how to do. And then I looked at the story of Joseph. He told his brothers that he saw a vision of greatness. And his brothers like, what? Oh, no, nigga, you ain't finna be great nothing. So they set him up and sold him to the Egyptians. He went to Egypt and started using the same thing he offered his brothers, and the Egyptian people got behind Joseph, and he became a top figure in Egypt.
Mm-hmm.
Now, my story, I'm hated by my brothers for no reason. Anybody who got hate for me, I didn't do nothing to them.
Right.
They just following the trend.
Mm-hmm.
But me knowing that
I just said that on my page,
brother.
Mm-hmm.
Minister Farrakhan said, success in working with black people, you got to have thick skin, because our people is damaged goods.
Yes.
Our people is damaged. So you don't want to kill your people because they want to kill you, because they want to steal. Man, people that stole and lied, they attempted murders, all of this shit. I didn't let none of that shit stop me, man. You never heard me crying about nothing.
JT, you got one of the most positive attitudes. You always in good spirits. You have one of the most positive attitudes about life that a person could ever come across in a human being. Your gratitude for life and just helping it and giving back, just to do it out of love, you get so much gratitude off of that. Your energy, you give off that kind of energy, good vibes.
That's what caused a lot of the hate to come. They don't know how to deal with me, because it seems seem like it's too good to be true, so they just use me for what I'm worth.
Yeah.
And then when I'm not giving them nothing else, that's when the hate comes. That's when the jet. Kurt never was complaining when we was driving them Lambos and them Springers, and I'm buying him new clothes, and he fresh, he got racks in his pocket. If you check out what we was doing, he was always fresh. If you check him out now, he the perfect example. But let me tell you what he did though, that really let me know me and him would never work together. You would never see us standing together. When I brought him to California for the second time, it was time to go feed the homeless people. And I was telling Kurt, hey bro, we gotta get our blessing, nigga. I help feed your hood, now you gotta come with me to come feed my hood. That nigga like, man, I ain't gotta do all that shit, man. Fuck all that shit. Matter of fact, fuck God playing, nigga. I ain't gotta. I say, fuck God playing. No. Man, I wanted to shoot that nigga right on the spot. Instead, I knew that was the moment. And we went out there to go do an $800,000 deal. And I was gonna cut this nigga in so he could be able to be on. But when he said, fuck God playing, I said, oh yeah, I'm cutting you out of this God plan then, nigga, because I don't owe you nothing. I'm trying to help your stupid ass. Sent that nigga back to Atlanta. I ended up hitting for the money and went to Birmingham. I said, I'm gonna go put my love in Birmingham because after this, I'm on my way to Africa. But with all this money, God ain't blessed me. I got out the hospital to an $800,000 check and put the motherfucking me getting shot in the movie. The white people couldn't believe it. Man, you got shot in the movie and you made a movie about it.
You said the white people couldn't believe it, right?
I got my guts hanging out my body. They like, what the fuck?
Right, that's crazy.
Amazing. You're amazing. Because I already learned from Farrakhan. He say, you got to make your pain pay you.
Yeah.
If you take a loss, your loss supposed to pay you. If you go through pain, you're supposed to get a benefit. So me, I said, well, let me grab my camera. I'm in the hospital and I ain't dead. And they operate. Let me fucking film this shit. Nobody gonna believe I'm wild.
That's crazy. But that's the stuff people want to see though, is raw. That's that raw footage. That a lot of people want to see stuff like that. It captures the people's attention. We just obsessed. I don't know if it's a death thing or just some gooey, gory shit, but people want to see that kind of shit.
Man, I just said the other night, I'm tired of people sending me videos of the murder shooting. But I always click it anyway. But I'm tired of seeing it.
Yeah.
Man, the next day when I just said this on my live, somebody had posted something on their page. And it's a nigga videotaping. This the second man in less than 2 weeks. The first man killed 2 white girls and he filming in that motherfucker with the dead body. This dumb nigga killed his girl and his girl's sister. I'm talking about blow this girl head. Like, it's a hole in her eye so big in the back of her head, it's gone in the puddle of blood.
Oh, man.
Grabbing her head. He said, baby, I'm sorry, baby, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Then he go over to the other body. She's still kind of trying to breathe. Man, somebody called 911. But I'm like, this nigga's stupid as fuck. He don't lie. Videotaping. And then he got the gun sitting right there on the floor of the machine. He shot his girl in the head.
Oh, that's crazy.
But the point I'm making, that right there, that mental illness shit, that jealousy, men jealous of their girlfriend or ex-girlfriend, and they want revenge, so they coming for murder.
Right.
They coming for murder. And I seen it, and I said, let me save this video. I ain't gonna post none of this nowhere.
Right.
Let me say this right here, because I've been saving a few of them. When I do my documentary about some of this stuff, I'm like, this is the reality of what the minister was saying, that you gonna see people barking like dogs in a minute. You're gonna see people doing stuff that they never would have did because they can't handle the fall of America. If you didn't prepare to be an entrepreneur years ago,
facts,
happen to be forced to be one now,
man,
forced to be an entrepreneur in 2021, it might stress some people out. Like, man, I just want to fucking
that
job
pressure.
And get my check every 2 weeks.
Yeah.
That might not be happening right now, bro. That might not be happening. You might have to sell chicken dinner plates, fish plates. You might have to sell cheeseburgers. You might have to.
That's what I preach on my channel. I'm always on my channel like, y'all get on y'all hustles, y'all investments. Like, y'all got to get out that whole slave mentality of just getting a check, hitting the clock. Tap into the unknown. Get into your creativity. You don't know. You know how many people ideas have made them rich just from having an idea?
Do you know how many people don't believe in God and the God-given talent they was born with?
Exactly. That part.
That's the part that the minister gave me. That's why every time I'm talking, I always say Mr. Farrakhan's name at least 40, 50 times throughout any conversation. Why? Because I didn't know this shit till I started listening to him. Straight up. So I'm not going to steal his game.
Right.
I ain't going to steal the blueprint. I wouldn't be married right now if it wasn't for him.
Hey, Tisha Boo. Good morning. I don't know what time it is over there. Tell her we said good morning over here. Peace and love and blessings to y'all, the family and the kids.
Blessings back to y'all. Blessings back to y'all. Nothing but love.
So JT, I'm gonna hit you with this last question, and we gonna go ahead and wrap it up, and then you let the people know your contact information and what's going on with you over there. But the last fan question is: are you still selling land in Africa, and if so, how much, and how can they go about contacting you to buy land?
Yes, I'm still selling land. And the prices, it all varies. Okay. Let's just say an acre going for $20,000. I'm selling acres now for $20,000. Then for somebody who don't want that much, I'm selling 1,000 square feet for $3,000.
Okay.
1,000 square feet is big enough for you to put a fence around a small house with free water connected. Because on my land, I got free water for the people.
Okay.
Then you buy the solar power panel. Buy the solar power panels, and that way you don't pay no water and you don't pay no electricity. That's nice. The big bubble of Africa.
That's the bubble.
Because you don't have no water for you. That's the bubble. Once you put them solar powers up, you got your TV, you get your internet. That's the bubble. And the way that they can find me is at Fillmo Africa. Fillmoe Africa. Not Fillmore. It's just Fillmo. Fill.
Y'all heard him. Fillmoe Africa. At gmail.com. At gmail.com, y'all. Fillmoe Africa at gmail.com. To get in touch with JT if y'all want to purchase some land. He just said it's $3,000. You got them going from $3,000 on up, depending on what you want. An acre, $20,000. Y'all contact him on there. Any information, he'll get back with y'all. Is there anything else you got to say to the people, JT, before we get out of here?
Follow me at JT Bigga Figga. Not JT the Bigga Figga, but just JT Bigga Figga 415. That's my Instagram. I'm about to release a new movie through there when I hit 10,000 subscribers. My other Instagram, Locks the Boy. But people know JT Bigga Figga, so I had to bring that name back.
Yeah.
And I'm starting from scratch. So if y'all on Instagram, JT Bigga Figga 415, and that's how y'all can contact me.
Not the on Instagram. Y'all not the on Instagram. JT Bigga Figga on Instagram. At what else?
Yeah. JT Bigga Figga 415.
415, y'all, on Instagram. JT Bigga Figga 415 on Instagram.
Yep.
Okay. JT, I want to thank you for your time. I appreciate it, my brother. Salute to you and your family. We going to follow you all throughout your journey on Africa. And I'm going to get in touch with you about that information so I can go ahead and send those a box of the face masks from our company as a donation over there.
Oh, well, we so appreciate it. God bless you and your family, too. Thank you for this opportunity.
Thank you, my brother.
To communicate with people, especially people who want to know the truth. That way you ain't got to hear from no middleman. You can call me direct. I'm going to tell y'all everything.
Straight to the source, baby. Straight to the source. That's what a lot of people got to quit doing, going off of what people say. Have a conversation with a person, 101, before you just get to spread and shit about a person. Ruin and tarnish a person's reputation for nothing.
Well, you know one thing I can say before I let you go is that every knock and every hater move that was done to me that was inaccurate, it actually promoted me more. I'm not famous, but I'm infamous. Yeah. Infamous means I ain't get the fame, But everybody know me though.
For sure.
I'm running, and my actions is proving who I really am. Judge me through my actions, not by what a nigga said, cause that shit false.
Facts.
That's clickbait.
Clickbait. Click, click. We out of here. Thank you, JT, for your time. Much blessings, brother. You stay safe.
You too, baby.
Thank you. Have a good one. Y'all, thanks for liking, subscribing, sharing, comment. Y'all put your reactions on the video. Let's get them subs up. Subscribe, subscribe, subscribe. Let's like. I don't know if y'all gonna share it, but at least subscribe and like and comment. All right, y'all. Y'all have a good morning. I'm out of here. Thank you.